I am Azad sir from Shiliguri. Dear students, welcome to my academic YouTube channel. Today, I want to discuss a chapter from chemistry of 10th level. Though the chapter is included in the 10th level, it is very interesting and side by side, it is very important for the chemistry learners and the future chemistry learners. So it is an interesting chapter. I want to discuss thoroughly. Let us start the chapter. The name of the chapter is chemical bonding. So what is chemical bonding? This is one kind of bonding, but a word is in front of this, which is chemical bonding. So the bonding between the chemical substance, that means between the atoms or ions, is called chemical bonding. Then how the chemical bonding form? Actually, most probably you know, if I write H and one another H, these are the atoms. But when I write H2, this is a molecule. These are called atoms. And this one is molecule. Again, another example. Suppose I am telling you HOH. Most probably you know clearly that these are also atoms. But when they combine together, when they are attached by a force of attraction, they can form a molecule which is known as H2O. That means water. This formation, when the atom converted to molecule like this or this, they come to a bonding. That bonding is known as chemical bonding. Now, how the chemical bonding happens? Before discussing that, we have to learn something more. Chemical bond can be defined as the force. This is one kind of force. The force which links the atoms or ions in a molecule is called chemical bond, which is simply called bond. But how this bond happens? Firstly, when metal reacts with non-metal, it produces ionic compound. This is a new word I will discuss later on. And when metal try to react with metal, they do not undergo any chemical reaction. But a non-metal can react with non-metal and they form covalent compound. Now the question is why they form compound or why they undergo chemical reaction. Before going that one, you have to see about the electronic configuration of the elements. Listen to me. This is the chart of electronic configuration of some elements, which is from 1 to 20. I have written there. These are the atomic numbers. Atomic number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that up to 20. The elements are, the atomic number 1 is hydrogen, with atomic number 2 is helium, atomic number 3 it is lithium, atomic number 4 it is beryllium, atomic number 5 it is boron. Likewise, I want to show the electronic configuration. Hydrogen, the atomic number of hydrogen is 1, so it has only one electron and that electron exists in the K shell. Likewise, helium has 2 electrons and that remains in the K shell. And lithium has 2 plus 1. Likewise, all the electronic configuration of 20 elements is given here. So, we want to see here some special things. This is helium and this one is neon and this one is argon. These 3 elements are called inert elements. More are there: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. If you see the electronic configuration of these inert elements, you can see that in case of helium, only 2 electrons are in the outermost orbit. But in case of other inert elements, see here, the number of electrons in the outermost orbit is 8. Likewise, the number of electrons in the outermost orbit of argon is 8. And also in case of krypton, if you see the electronic configuration, the last shell, the outermost electronic configuration contains 8 electrons. In case of xenon, here it is also 8, and in case of radon, here is also 8. So we are saying that only for helium there are 2 electrons, but other inert elements have 8 electrons in its outermost orbit. What is the significance of this? Most probably you know that all the inert elements are called inert. Why they are called inert? Because they do not undergo any kind of chemical reaction, even with itself or with other inert elements or with any other elements. So the chemist think that there are something special matter. The special matter is that their electronic configurations are stable electronic configuration. Due to stable electronic configuration, they do not undergo any chemical reaction. So normally in our daily life, every person, everything, every animal try to have a stable condition. Also the elements also try to have that stable condition, that is stable electronic configuration. To have the stable electronic configuration, they have to undergo chemical reaction. That is, they have to undergo to form the chemical bond with atoms of same element or maybe atoms of different element. Now what happens to the metals? I want to mark the metals. Here the metals are lithium, beryllium, boron is metalloid, and here sodium, magnesium, aluminium, potassium, calcium. Look at the electronic configuration of the metals. In case of lithium, the last orbit contains only one electron. In case of beryllium, it contains 2 electrons. In case of sodium, the last number of electron is 1. Magnesium 2, aluminium 3, and here potassium 1, calcium 2. Actually, the elements having, that is the metals, all the metals have either 1 electron or 2 electron or 3 electron in its outermost orbit. But the inert gases contains 8 electrons in its outermost orbit. Only one exception is helium. So all the elements, also the metals, try to have either 2 electrons in its outermost orbit in some cases, which are nearer to lithium, which are nearer to helium, and other metals also try to have 8 electrons in its outermost orbit. How they do have this? They actually, when they want to have 8 electrons in its outermost orbit, they think if they lose 1, 2 or 3 electrons from its outermost orbit, they easily can have 8 electrons. Such as if I look at sodium. In case of sodium, the electronic configuration is like that. The atomic number of sodium is 11. So we can write it 2 plus 8 plus 1. See here, if sodium release this electron, only this electron, it can have the electronic configuration 2 plus 8. That is, it can have 8 electrons in its outermost orbit. And in case of suppose magnesium, magnesium has, the atomic number of magnesium is 12. That is 2 plus 8 plus 2. So if magnesium leave only 2 electrons, it can have the electronic configuration 2 plus 8. Likewise, all the metals try to lose 1 or 2 or 3 electrons from its outermost orbit. When they lose 1 or 2 or 3 electrons from their outermost orbit, they consequently convert it into ions. How they do form ions? I want to show that one first, and after that, after the formation of ion, we can go to the chemical bonding. Now, formation of the ions. At first, we have to know how many kind of ions are there. Ions are 2 types. One is positive ion and another is negative ion. Positive ions are called cations and negative ions are called anions. At first, how the cations are formed? Only the metals can form the cations. Why they do form cations? I can explain it with example. At first, I want to go with sodium. Sodium has the electronic configuration atomic number 11, that is 2 plus 8 plus 1. We can draw it like this. This is the nucleus of sodium. This energy shell contains, or this orbit contains 2 electrons. The second one contains 8 electrons. And the outermost orbit contains only 1 electron. So if sodium leave only 1 electron, that is the electron from its outermost orbit, then its electronic configuration, just now its electronic configuration is 281. When it loses the outermost electron, it is converted to as 2,8. But during the loss of this electron, when as its atomic number is 11, that means in its nucleus 11 protons are there and 12 neutrons are there. Neutron has no charge. 11 proton and 11 electron cancel each other. The charge of 11 proton has the charge of 11 positive charge, and 11 electrons have the charge of 11 negative charge, and they cancel each other, ultimately form the sodium atom neutral. But when sodium atom lose 1 electron, its number of electron become 10. That is, one number of positive charge is now extra. That's why on losing 1 electron, sodium become positive charge, which can be represented simply as sodium has the electronic configuration 2, 8, 1. So when it releases 1 electron from its outermost orbit, it is converted to Na+, and the electronic configuration is converted to 2, 8, which is similar to the neon. That is 2, 8. But if sodium thinks that it make 8 electrons in its outermost orbit, then it have to achieve at least 7 electrons. In case of energy consideration, which is not preferable. Actually, metals prefer to lose electron, 1 or more electrons from its outermost orbit. This is the fact. The metals prefer to lose 1 or more electrons from its outermost orbit, where it contains either 1 electron or 2 electron or 3 electron. Overall, whether it lose or gain, it always try to have the electronic configuration of the inert elements nearer to it. Sodium is nearer to neon, it loses 1 electron and it have the electronic configuration like the neon atom, and consequently it is already converted to Na+. Like that, how the negative ion is formed. Chlorine is a non-metal and its electron atomic number is 17, which can be represented as 2 plus 8 plus 7. All the non-metals have a tendency to acquire electron, not to lose electron, because its last orbit contains either 5 electrons or 6 electrons or 7 electrons, and with these number of electrons in the outermost orbit, all the non-metals prefer to achieve electron from other elements. So when chlorine takes any 1 electron from any other element, it is converted to Cl- ion, because it has the electronic configuration 287. With this electron, the electronic configuration is converted to 288. That is, this is an electronic configuration of inert gas of argon. Argon has the electronic configuration 288, and also Cl- achieve that electronic configuration. Thus the positive ions and negative ions are formed. I want to give other example like magnesium. How the magnesium form positive ion, or how the aluminium can form positive ion. In case of magnesium, the atomic number of magnesium is 12, which is 2 plus 8 plus 2. This one is the electronic configuration. So, a magnesium atom with 2 electrons in its outermost orbit try to lose 2 electrons, and it converts into Mg2 plus ion, 2 positive sign. Here, listen to me, when a atom loses 1 electron, it possesses 1 positive sign and it becomes with unipositive cation. But when it loses 2 electrons, it have 2 positive signs, and the electronic configuration is converted to 2,8, which is similar to neon. Again, aluminium, its atomic number is 13, that is 2 plus 8 plus 3. So, aluminium will try to lose 3 electrons and it become Al triple plus ions. Thus the ions are formed, thus the positive ions are formed. We can go the formation of negative ions like this. Now I want to go back to the formation of chemical bond. All the elements try to have the nearest inert gas electronic configuration by 3 ways. The number 1, either by losing electron from its outermost orbit, or by gaining electron or electrons from other element, or by sharing electrons. Sharing electrons with other atoms, and thus they have the electronic configuration of the nearest inert gases. So, by losing electrons, we have shown that by losing electrons they form positive ion, and by gaining electron they form negative ion, and by sharing electrons they undergo the chemical bond which is named as covalent bond, and by losing or gaining electron when they form chemical bond, that is called ionic bond or electrovalent bond. And the compounds thus formed are called ionic compound or electrovalent compound, and the compound formed by sharing electrons are called covalent compound, and the bond is known as covalent bond. Now I want to discuss the formation of ionic compound or the ionic bond. It can be shown by the formation of the molecule sodium chloride, which is known as common salt, and I want to discuss that one. Formation of NaCl molecule, where the ionic bond is formed and the compound is called ionic compound. How does it form? Sodium has, I have discussed already, the atomic number of sodium is 11, that is 2 plus 8 plus 1, and atomic number of chlorine is 17, that is 2 plus 8 plus 7. We can represent those like and chlorine atom can be represented like this. In its K shell, 2 electrons are there. In its L shell, 8 electrons are there. And in the last shell, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 electrons. its electronic configuration is 2, 8, 7, and here 2, 8, 1. Sodium releases one electron to have the nearest electronic configuration, and it gives this electron to chlorine. And chlorine will gladly accept that electron, and it will place this electron in its outermost orbit. Then what happens? Sodium is converted like this. The first shell contains 2 electrons. The second shell contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the last one already disappeared. Now chlorine becomes like this. The first shell contains 2 electrons. Second one contains 8 electrons. And the last orbit also contains 8 electrons. Because it has 7 electrons in its last orbit. Having the electron from the sodium atom, it also contains 8 electrons in the last orbit. So here it is, its electronic configuration is like this, 2, 8, and its electronic configuration become 2, 8, 8. Both of them is converted to nearest inert gas electronic configuration. As it has released one electron, it is converted to single plus ion, and the chlorine is converted to single minus ion, which can be represented as, this one can be represented as Na plus and this one Cl minus. By the electrostatic force of attraction, this Na plus attracts the Cl minus as they are oppositely charged, and they come together to form the NaCl molecule, which is common salt. Like the ionic compound NaCl is formed, and the bond between the sodium and the chlorine atom is known as ionic bond. We can discuss another 2 examples, but I will discuss those 2 examples with the dot structure only, not like this. Formation of magnesium chloride molecule. Here magnesium is the metal and its atomic number is 12, that is 2 plus 8 plus 2, and atomic number of chlorine is 17, 2 plus 8 plus 7. So I am representing magnesium like this. This is called electron dot structure. Here only the electrons of the outermost orbit are shown, 2, 8, 2. When it reacts with chlorine, what happens in between them? Chlorine has 7 electrons in its outermost orbit, which can be represented like this. I have given the cross sign to show the difference between these 2 atoms. So magnesium releases these 2 electrons to this chlorine and another chlorine atom. Thus, they are converted like this. Mg become Mg2 plus, and the chlorine atoms are converted to Cl minus and Cl minus, having 8 electrons in its outermost orbit. So with electrostatic force of attraction, they combine together to form magnesium chloride, which is a ionic compound, because this molecule is formed due to the formation of some ions. One is positive ion Mg2 plus and 2 negative ions Cl minus ion and Cl minus 1. That's why magnesium chloride is called an ionic compound, and the bond between chlorine and magnesium is called ionic bond. Now I want to show the formation of calcium oxide. Formation of calcium oxide molecule. The atomic number of calcium is 20 and the electronic configuration is like this: 2 plus 8 plus 8 plus 2. That is, it contains only 2 electrons in its outermost orbit. And the atomic number of oxygen is 8, which can be represented as 2 plus 6. That is, the number of electrons in its outermost orbit is 6. So we can represent like this: calcium with 2 electrons in its outermost orbit and oxygen with 6 electrons in its outermost orbit. Calcium, the electronic configuration 2, 8, 8, 2, and here 2, 6. Calcium gives these 2 electrons to the oxygen atom, and what happens to that? Calcium is converted to Ca double plus because 2 electrons is already gone. Now the electronic configuration is 2, 8, 8. That is, it acquires the electronic configuration of the inert gas, which is argon. Argon has 2, 8, 8. On the other hand, oxygen possesses the electronic configuration like this: 8 electrons in its outermost orbit. As oxygen gains 2 electrons, the charge will be minus, that is double minus, and the electronic configuration is converted to 2, 8, which is similar to neon. Now oppositely charged ions attract each other to form the molecule calcium oxide. That is, everyone, you are clear that calcium oxide molecule is an ionic compound and the bond formed between calcium and oxygen is ionic bond. Actually, if metals are present in the molecule of any compound, there is a great chance to form the ionic bond. And in the next discussion, I will show you the formation of covalent bond. Now let us discuss about the covalent bond and covalent compound. The definition is like this: the chemical bond formed by sharing electrons between 2 atoms is known as chemical bond. Again I am telling, the chemical bond formed by sharing electrons between 2 atoms is known as covalent bond, and the compound so formed is known as covalent compound. Generally, the non-metals undergo this type of bond formation. Non-metals having 5 electrons or 6 electrons or 7 electrons, and in some cases 4 electrons for carbon and 1 electron for hydrogen, they undergo chemical reaction and forms the molecule by sharing electron. This happens because each of them have to electronic configuration of the inert gas by receiving electron, not by releasing electron. As each of them try to have electron, so they undergo the sharing. And this can be explained by a simple example. Again, one thing is there: the covalent bond is formed in the compound molecule as well as the elementary molecule, like H2. Hydrogen is an elementary molecule and O2 is an elementary molecule. In this case, the covalent bond is formed, and in the compound molecule like water, like methane, like ammonia, NH3, in these cases the covalent bond is formed. Now I want to discuss the formation of covalent bond first by the H2 molecule. How the H2 molecule is formed? The atomic number of hydrogen is 1. Everyone know it. The atomic number of hydrogen is 1. Two hydrogen atoms come closer to each other and they decide to share their only 1 electron to one another, and this can be represented like this. this electron is shared and this one is shared. Then those two shared electrons are placed in the equal distance between those two atoms. When this hydrogen thinks which electrons it have, it thinks that this two has in its possession, and this hydrogen atom also thinks like that. And likewise, this hydrogen atom achieves the nearest inert gas electronic configuration of helium, because helium has two electrons in its orbit, that is in its outermost orbit. So this hydrogen achieves two electrons and this one also achieves two electrons. By these two electrons, they form one bond, which is represented like this. This is the hydrogen molecule. And this type of representation of the formation of hydrogen molecule is called Lewis dot electronic configuration. Like that, I can represent the O2 molecule. What is the atomic number of oxygen? The atomic number of oxygen is 8. That is, electronic configuration is 2 plus 6. What happens in the formation of O2 molecule? Two oxygen atom come closer like this. These are the electrons of in its outermost orbit, and here another oxygen atom is represented like this. They share two electrons from each atom. This is shared and this one is shared. Now it can be represented like this. Their shared pair is placed in equal distance and the other electrons are placed nearer to the atom. Now this oxygen possesses the electrons of all of these. How many electrons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is, it has the electronic configuration of neon, like 2 plus 8. And this oxygen atom also have a position of on these shared electrons, and it has also 8 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now 2 electrons form one bond. Since there are 4 electrons in their shared position, so there is 2 bonds, 2 single bonds, and this one is the O2 molecule. Here I want to say one thing. Here in the atom of hydrogen only one single bond is there, and here 2 single bonds are there, and maximum of 3 single bonds can be formed between in case of covalent bond. And this is single bond, this is called double bond, and this is called triple bond. There is no other bonds except like this. Now I want to discuss the formation of CH4 molecule. Here the formation of CH4 molecule. In this molecule, carbon is the central atom and the atomic number of carbon is 6. So the electronic configuration is 2 plus 4. We will show these 4 electrons of carbon, and hydrogen has the atomic number 1. So the formation of molecule is like this. Carbon with these 4 electrons can be represented like this, and hydrogen atoms are placed in all sides of carbon. How many hydrogen atoms are there? 4 atoms are there, and they are placed like this. Carbon shares 1 electron with this hydrogen atom, and 1 electron with this hydrogen atom, and 1 electron with this hydrogen, and the last one with this hydrogen atom. That can be represented like this. Now we can write this one like carbon. This is the shared pair of electron with this hydrogen, and this one is the shared pair of electron with this hydrogen. This is like that, and here also like that. Now the electrons, this shared pair of electrons is counted for hydrogen, and hydrogen have the electronic configuration like helium, because this hydrogen are the electrons of these two electrons are counted for this hydrogen, and hydrogen have two electrons which is similar to helium. Likewise here also. But the shared pair is also counted for carbon. Then we encircle all these shared pair for the carbon, and if we count here, we will see that carbon will also have 8 electrons like neon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These electrons are counted for carbon, and these two for hydrogen, these two for this hydrogen, these two for this hydrogen, and these two for this hydrogen. Thus, one bond is formed here, another bond is formed here, another here, and another here, which can be represented like this. Then how many single bonds are there? 4 single bonds are there in the CH4 molecule. Now the ammonia molecule. Formation of ammonia molecule. In the ammonia molecule, nitrogen is the central element, and the atomic number of nitrogen is 7. That is 2 plus 5. These are the electrons in its outermost orbit, and hydrogen has atomic number 1. Now nitrogen is placed like this with 1 electron here, 1 here, 1 here, and 2 electrons here. Hydrogen, 1 hydrogen is placed here, another one here, and the third one here. This nitrogen share 1 electron with the hydrogen, and hydrogen also share 1 electron with this nitrogen atom. These are the sharing of electron. That is, how many electrons the nitrogen atom shared? 1, 2, 3 with 3 hydrogen atoms. Now we can represent this like this is the nitrogen. These are the shared pair of electron. But these 2 electrons are not shared. So these 2 electrons will be counted for hydrogen atom, and it already have the electronic configuration like helium. These 2 is for hydrogen, these 2 is for hydrogen. But in case of nitrogen, we have to count all the shared pair and the 2 electrons which are not shared. Now the counting of nitrogen, electron of nitrogen is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is, it has the inert gas electronic configuration like neon. Now this molecule can be written like this: 1 single bond with hydrogen, another single bond with this hydrogen, another one this, and 2 unshared electron is above the nitrogen atom. This unshared pair of electron is known as lone pair of electron. Lone pair of electron. This is the ammonia molecule. Now the water molecule, H2O. Here the central atom is oxygen. What is the atomic number of oxygen? Just I have told. The atomic number of oxygen is 8. That is 2 plus 6. And atomic number of hydrogen is 1. What happens in the formation of water molecule? Oxygen is written here like this, this. How many electrons are there in the outermost orbit? 6 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One hydrogen atom is placed here. Another one is placed here. Oxygen share this electron with this hydrogen and this electron with this hydrogen. So we can write like this: Now the second step is, which can be represented like this is the shared pair of electron with this hydrogen, and here this one is the shared pair of electron. These two electrons are counted for hydrogen and these two for this hydrogen. But for oxygen, we have to count this shared pair and with also this shared pair. Now how many electrons are there for oxygen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is, it possesses the nearest inert gas electronic configuration of helium, of neon with 10 electrons, that is 2 plus 8. That is that in the last shell there are 8 electrons. Here also the oxygen has 8 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the water molecule is like this. One shared pair forms one single bond, and here also one single bond, and two electrons, two unpaired electrons are there, and these are known as lone pair of electrons. This is the water molecule. Atomic number of carbon is 6. That is, we can write it 2 plus 4. So the number of electrons in its outermost orbit is 4. And the atomic number of oxygen is 8, which is 2 plus 6, and the number of electrons in the outermost orbit is 6. So the formation is like this: carbon with 4 electrons, 2 electrons this side and 2 this side. Oxygen with 6 electrons, 2 here, and the others are represented like this. Carbon shares these 2 electrons with oxygen, and oxygen also shares 2 electrons with carbon. And here also like that. That is, one carbon atom shared one pair this side and another pair this side, and each of the oxygen atoms shares one pair of electrons. Now we can write like this: these are the shared pair of electron. These shared pairs are counted for the oxygen, and oxygen have 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like the same case is for this oxygen atom. Here is 8 electrons. And for carbon, all these shared pair of electrons are counted. And how many electrons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the bond formation is like that. Here 2 pairs are there, so 2 bonds will be there. Here also 2 bonds with oxygen, and oxygen, each of the oxygen atom has 2 unshared pair of electron, and this one is the carbon dioxide molecule. That is, in case of carbon dioxide molecule, we have the double bond formation, and in the previous molecules only the single bonds were there. Now in the nitrogen molecule, just in the nitrogen molecule, what happens? The atomic number of nitrogen is 7. That can be represented 2 plus 5, and 5 is the number of electron in its outermost orbit. So in case of 2 nitrogen atoms, 3 electrons are written like this and 2 electrons here. They share these electrons with each other. Then what happens? For this nitrogen atom, these shared pairs are counted, and for this nitrogen atom, these shared pairs are counted. Now, how many electrons for this nitrogen atom? 6 and 2, 8, and for this nitrogen atom, also 6 and 2, 8. Since 3 shared pair of electrons are there, they can be represented by 3 single bonds, and the nitrogen molecule is like this. In this nitrogen molecule, it is clear that there are 2 lone pairs which are unshared pair. And in case of nitrogen molecule, we have seen the triple bond formation. And in case of carbon dioxide molecule, we have seen the double bond formation. In the covalent compounds, maximum triple bond is formed. And these are the formation of covalent compounds. Now the properties of covalent and ionic compounds.
Subscribe my channel Azad Sir and hit the bell icon for sure.